In a poem by Doug Mallock, he said, good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees. The further the sky, the greater the length. The more the storm, the more the strength. By sun and cold, by rain and snow, in trees and men, good timbers grow. Today I'm going to be teaching you about my fourth great grandfather, Narcisse Nelson Arave. Today I'm going to enhance your knowledge on an ancestor, and this should matter because it'll help you know where you can come from. And as his fourth great grandson, I have researched and learned about him. And studying and discovering stories from the life of Nelson is enlightening and inspiring. My three main points will be Nelson's early life, his career, and his legacy. Turning into the first aspect, let's dive into Nelson's early life by seeing where he was born. He was born on October 14, 1832 in Canada to Rene Philip Arave and Marie Genevieve Arave. When his father and grandfather were sending logs across the river, they drowned, and his mother could not take care of him, and so she put him up for adoption, and he was adopted by Jesse and Ruth Lamson, who were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He was helped multiple times by the prophet Joseph Smith, and he had compassion for him and promised him a large posterity. He received his patriarchal blessing in 1846 by John Smith, who was Joseph Smith's younger brother, who was martyred back in 1844. At the age of 15, he worked for a man named Abiah Wadsworth, and at the age of 17, he set off for Utah with Abiah and his family. He helped a woman named Miss Carey and fixed wagons, played instruments, and cheered everybody up along the way. After 4 months of traveling, they arrived in Weber Canyon, Utah. A citation for that is Family Search, Utah Pioneer Overland Travel Database, 1847 to 1868, 10th of February 2018, accessed 8th of March 2024. At the age of 21, he married Abiah's daughter, Susanna Airline Wadsworth, and settled in Hooper, Utah, where he would build his life and inventions. He practiced polygamy and married Mary Ann Williams as well. He had 24 kids in all, and his son Frank is my third great grandfather, and his daughter Eleanora married Levi Ashton Cox, who is my namesake. He had many jobs and used his carpentry knowledge from Abiah for many inventions. There was once a man who needed a wheat thresher, and so Nelson invented one and got a patent. He also invented a fanning wheel to clean the wheat, and he was in the news multiple times for his inventions. And one of his inventions, the fruit stoner, could cut fruit faster than 10 men could and do it better. And a citation for that is U.S. Patent and Trademark Office Patents, 1790 to 1909, 8th of August 2016, accessed 8th of March 2024. He was a great swimmer, and he would tie his clothes to his neck so they would be dry when he got to the other side. He once saved a citizen from drowning. One time the Native Americans barged into Nelson's house and took all his food and tied him to a tree and whipped him, and they claimed that Brigham Young was planning to kill all the Native Americans, but Nelson said this was absolutely not true, and he took the Native Americans and walked 40 miles on foot to talk to Brigham Young, and Brigham Young said that he was not planning to kill the Native Americans, and Nelson and the Native Americans became friends after the incident. He served 2 months in prison for practicing polygamy, and he attended the Salt Lake Temple dedication in 1893. The legacy of those who lived before us can have an impact, just like Nelson's has had an impact on my life. He moved to Taylor, Idaho, where he would build a sawmill and a house. His son, Joseph, who was serving a mission in Minnesota, was knocking on doors one day when he met a man named Abraham. The man said his last name was Arave, and Joseph said that name sounded familiar. And he figured out that Abraham and his father were first cousins. And Nelson sent his life story letter to Joseph and took many of his family names to the temple to be baptized for the dead. He worked until the day he died and was always helping people, and he died on July 8th, 1906. And a citation for that is Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Deseret Evening News, obituary Nelson Arave, 21st of November, 1906, accessed 8th of March, 2024. I am inspired by his intent to do good, his great faith. He had a creative mind, he was brave, and he leaves a great legacy for his posterity. And even though it was 120 years since his death, his legacy still lives on. Studying stories and discovering stories from Nelson is enlightening and inspiring. He had struggles, but he overcame. He was strong and faithful. He always helped others. He is admired by many.
Where's that microphone?
Hip hip parade.